Howitts like a brick wall. And that kick from Billy Starks. Look at that straight in the face. Starks, the leverage. And just sit hiding on her face.
Okay, now what's Billy doing here? What's she going to do?
She's getting creative.
She's trying to hit a home run here. That's what she's trying to do.
Headed to the stars up top in the ballpark. Billy Starks.
Called her shot.
Swanton. Textbook Swanton from Billy Starks. And that is ball game up the ballpark. Billy Starks, welcome to JourneyPro.
Jackson has found a whole different level. Outlaw, staggered. Jackson waiting on him. He says this is all. Camaro Jackson, lariat. He rolls him over, center of the ring, count of three. He's done it. Camaro Jackson is the Crown of Glory champion.
Gentlemen, 21 minutes, 27 seconds. Your winner by pinfall and the new Crown of Glory champion, the Quad Mother, Camaro Jackson.
He had to walk through the valley of darkness in this match to reach the promised land. Mike Outlaw threw everything at Camaro Jackson, and it just wouldn't be enough. Camaro Jackson would not say die. And because of that,
telling Carrington to tap.
Oh! And then Sway comes flying into your picture, launched in the frame by Mantell to break up that Boston Crab. Ryder kind of losing control of this one.
Oh, he's definitely lost control.
He's going to let it play out. Running food into a Alabama slam, and that might do it. And it does. What a combination there. Wow. Alabama slam, and the family picks up their first win with Carrington on board, with Carrington getting the pinfall, and you know Jova is going to be loving that.
Going to be a little bit extra in the envelope later in the evening for them. Come on, man.
Welcome to another edition of the Pit Stop, brought to you by the I-70 Hot Tag. We'll be sitting down with one half of the tribe. The Howletts will take on the team of Spitfire Davey Vega and the bounty hunter Brian Keith on November 5th at CSW Vendetta. That match is sponsored by the I-70 Hot Tag. Our guest tonight is none other than Wildcard Anaya. Plus, the New Breed Wrestling television champion Slammer will be defending his title. We'll let you know who his next challenger is and whether or not we think Slammer Mania will run wild. Last but not least, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion will be at WLW's 23rd anniversary show, and he'll be wrestling a match. Who will his opponent be? Stay tuned, because the I-70 Hot Tag Pit Stop starts now.
This is the Kenny Alfonso.
I am Old Evil, that damn coyote, Christian, by God, Rose.
This is that boy, SK Bishop.
This is the premier superstar, Campbell Myers.
This is the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper.
This is the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, current, reigning, defending Impact World Champion. You're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
And now, CR Media presents the I-70 Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase, and the real Josh Elliott.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase, aka CR Media. Man, I feel like we haven't done this in a while.
Been a little bit.
Yeah, been a little bit for the pit stop. So, as you guys know, this is the I-70 Hot Tag sister show, the pit stop, where we talk about special Mondays. We come on here and we talk about Kansas and Missouri independent professional wrestling. We have a very special guest for you guys tonight. But we will definitely get into that. Want to get all the nitty gritty out of the way. So we are live right now, guys, on Twitch, twitch.tv/CRmedia1988. We're also live on YouTube and Facebook at the I-70 Hot Tag. So if you guys are viewing this content, no matter how, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, notification button, whatever, so you never ever miss anything. We greatly appreciate it. I know we saw, I got RK Shuttleworth who just hit that follow button 2 minutes ago. If you're new here, RK Shuttleworth, let us know in the comments how you found us. Definitely appreciate you guys joining. And then Hunter Dillon, Hunter is a consistent. So I always can catch Hunter on Rocky Mountain Pro's channel. I think he's a mod for Yaden or Rocky Mountain Pro. I always forget, but we definitely appreciate that, Hunter. He says, Batman and Robin, eat your heart outs. Here's the real dynamic duo. You're goddamn right. So the social medias, guys, you see that social media tag at CR Media 1988. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, especially TikTok, guys. We are like 31 away from 1,000, and which is really cool because once we hit 1,000 on TikTok, guys, we can go live on TikTok. And Josh, please let our viewers know, why would we want to go live on TikTok?
Because we want to saturate the market.
All right. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Josh,
Absolutely.
For those that don't know, my good friend, my best friend, Josh Elliott, runs the I-70 Hot Tag social media and runs his own social medias. So, Josh, why don't you take this opportunity to let everybody know where they can find you and the I-70 Hot Tag?
Yes, sir. You can find me at The Real Josh Elliott. I'm on pretty much every social media platform. You can find me at Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But for, like we say every week, for that wrestling content, that independent wrestling, I do run the I-70 Hot Tag social media pages. So if you want to reach out to us, go follow all those pages on those same platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So currently, right now, we are live on our Facebook page and our YouTube page at the I-70 Hot Tag, as well as CR Media 1988 on Twitch. So those are our three platforms. We go live every Thursday night and occasionally right here on Monday nights.
That's right. That's right. Want to give a huge shout out to last week's Hot Tag, I-70 Hot Tag guest, Anakin Murphy. It was super fun to sit down with him and chit chat. You can find the video on demand version on the I-70 Hot Tag YouTube. And then also the podcast version. Give us a little bit of time. I know it takes a little bit to upload those, but you can find those on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. So now that all that's out of the way, guys, like I said, we did have a special guest with us tonight. Josh, why don't you do the honors of introducing our guest?
Absolutely. Like we said in the intro, guys, we have a very special guest tonight. We have one half of the tribe. He will be going, he'll be in a tag team match at CSW Vendetta with Hoodie against Spitfire, Davey Vega, and the bounty hunter, Brian Keith. So give it up for Wildcard Anaya.
Hey, there it is.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm fantastic. Appreciate you taking the time out tonight.
I'm kind of pissed off because my intro music was wrong. It's the wrong intro music.
Oh, damn.
It's El Chapo.
Damn. El Chapo.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know the saying. When
the trumpets sound, it's your ass.
That's right.
So I apologize about that, Anaya. Josh is
it's all good. Next time.
Yeah, Josh is not privy to that stuff, so that's all right. That's all right. Anaya, we as we talked about backstage, we greatly appreciate you taking the opportunity to do this.
Of course, glad I could do it.
Giving us the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Taking time. The whole object of this show was to let people, not just in Kansas and Missouri, but in surrounding areas and other areas. We've got guys.
Hey, what's up, Coach? Coach is in.
Froz in the house.
Froz is in the house. But we've got people that watch from Australia and all over. So,
nice.
Like I said, this is an opportunity.
Lay down some rules for me here, because I am a wild card, so I need to know what I can and cannot do to keep us alive.
Hey, you know what? That's the beautiful part about being our platform is we can do whatever the fuck we want. So,
well, fucking A. Welcome to my world.
Hell
yeah. So, the whole opportunity of this show, the whole purpose of the show is to give people an opportunity to get to know you a little bit more, and to get you more exposure. So with that being said, Anaya, I always like to start off all these interviews by asking for you to tell our viewers and us who is the wild card Anaya Howlett.
So the wild card Anaya is whatever he really wants to be. I've been wrestling for about 8 years now, and I'm kind of I've been doing a lot of things that normal people in the industry haven't been able to do in such a short time in their career. And I feel like a lot of people haven't really gotten a chance to see what I'm capable of in Kansas City yet,
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw that. We got Hoodie in the house. He's
oh, hey, brother.
Hey, whatever you want.
Are they chatting?
They are.
Yeah.
They are. It's live chat.
Can I?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do this live, man.
Oh, so that's them talking right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah. So we did just switch platforms. Our old platform used to let us put a chat overlay on the screen, but we switched because we had some issues with iPhone. So this platform lets any user of any cell phone to be able to come on.
Perfect, because I'm using my iPhone.
There you go. So, we always like to hear the story of how our guests kind of first got into professional wrestling, first as a fan, and then how you actually broke into the business.
Yeah. So I played football for most of my life, and I had always been a wrestling fan. I was watching wrestling when back in the Attitude Era, and the 1998 was the first time I can remember watching an actual wrestling match, and it was Royal Rumble 98, which I still have on VHS, which is one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. It's the best Royal Rumble ever. But I was a fan for most of my life, and playing football, kind of got me distracted through like college, and I played college ball, and I played all the way through semi-pro football, and I actually played football with somebody who started at the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy in Colorado. His name was Mars Ferox. I don't know if you guys ever have gone into the dungeon that is the Rocky Mountain Pro page, but there's a lot of old stuff that's on that page that's pretty much the guys that I came up with in wrestling, which is like Mars and Stephen Ashburn and stuff like that. So I actually played football with Mars in semi-pro, and he shared something on Facebook about milestone, I think it was milestone 4 maybe. But Hoodie and Matt Yaden were tagging up against Kaz and Daniels. So I went, and that was like my first like independent wrestling show that I ever got to go and like sit down and enjoy. Because I didn't really even know that like independent wrestling was a thing. Yeah, I'm in the dungeon right now. Hey. But yeah, so he commented, and he made me lose all of my thoughts. God damn it, brother, leave me alone. Yeah, so that was like my first experience in independent wrestling, and I went and tried out at the school, and this was like, yeah, this is it. I ended up getting hurt playing football, which like accelerated me stopping playing football. So I kind of, brother always likes to tell a story about me learning how to wrestle on one leg, because I was actually hurt for like the first 6 months of my training. So I was actually learning how to wrestle like with an injured knee. So
damn.
Yeah. So, Anaya, as you know, we cover independent wrestling in Kansas and Missouri. We try to keep that area of coverage to just those 2 states. But, since we've got you on here and we've kind of talked about, the Colorado, Rocky Mountain Pro area, I want to talk to you about Lucha Libre and Laughs, LLL, out of Colorado.
Yes, sir.
You've been wrestling there for a lot of years.
Yes, very much.
You're their current heavyweight champion, and this is your second reign as champion. Your first reign was the longest in Triple L history at 650 days.
Damn, that long? It was the pandemic title. I had it through the pandemic. I only defended it like 4 times.
So that's
cool.
like a,
that's awesome to know. I was
gonna say that's kind of like a Brock Lesnar title reign. So
yep. Yeah, it is. You're damn right it is. What do you think?
Talk to us about working for them and what it means to hold that championship.
Oh man, I hold Triple L to the highest right now. They're kind of like my home promotion down in Denver right now, because I'm not really too in tune with the Rocky Mountain Pro, what's going on there. So I'm kind of just working for Triple L right now, and going back and forth and being able to wrestle all these cool people and being on all these really cool shows. And I don't know if you know like the dynamic. Hell yeah. I don't know if you know like the dynamic of what Triple L is, but it's Lucha Libre and Laughs, and they do it's a stand-up comedy / wrestling hybrid. So in between each match, there's actually a stand-up comic that does a full set. And then when the comic is done with their set, they actually go down and sit at the commentary table and do live commentary with 2 other comedians while we wrestle. So it's actually like a completely like authentic, like this is like I've never heard of this anywhere else in the world. So it's kind of like it could be a huge thing if it ends up making its way into like the national scene.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never ever heard of that.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, you know. And the Nick Gosser, who is the promoter, and he brings out a lot of talent. I mean, obviously, you guys knew that Suzuki was there the last show. Royce came up from there. Dak Draper came up from there. Me and Brother came up from there. He's brought out Effie, you know, Keith Lee, Shotzi Blackheart. He pretty much brings out like the top indie stars in that time frame to like work the local guys, which is great for all of us because we get better too, and we're making our way through this glorious industry.
Yeah, shout out to LLL. I like it.
Hell
So Anaya,
real quick.
Yeah, if you got it,
I know
man.
where it is.
You don't have it?
Really? I have it.
Hey man, yeah. I mean, we had another champion on show the belt, so why not? This is gonna be fantastic. So guys, if you're in the chat here, if you have any questions for Anaya, make sure. Man, that's a good looking belt.
Yeah, it's a brand new one too. I mean, it's the same design as the old one, but he just got it like the old one was kind of trashed. It was a little older, so
yeah,
new one for me. It is a nice wall.
So if anybody has questions for Anaya, go ahead and chat, put them in the chat. We will get to them as we go along here. So back in August, you know, AEW came to town to Kansas City, and Chase and I were in attendance. We saw Elevation, Dynamite, Rampage, but you had a singles match against Ortiz on Elevation.
Yeah.
You know, and a week later, you were on Dynamite, and you were in that 20-on-1 against Wardlow. But when you came out, man, that Kansas City at Elevation, dude, like both he and I both popped as we saw you walk into the ring, as did the rest of the crowd.
Yeah,
honestly,
I really, I was kind of like set back by the amount of like cheers that I got and like the actual like Howletts chant that was happening. So that was kind of cool to like experience that in a little bit bigger of an area.
Yeah, man, like definitely a big fan favorite in Kansas City. You know, no matter where you're wrestling. What was it like, you know, working for AEW for those 2 weeks? You know, tell us what it was like to kind of work for the mainstream there for a little bit.
It was cool, you know. I've done extra work for, you know, the all of the companies, and like it's pretty chill at AEW. You know, it kind of everyone. It feels more of a friendly environment than anything. So it was actually a nice experience, and you know, I obviously would love to work there a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll see what the future holds.
Absolutely.
What did Coach say? I couldn't see that.
He said there were more Howletts and Tribe shirts in the crowd than AEW shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There was. I mean, there was a lot. There was a lot of Tribe shirts for sure.
So Brian J.
And Coach was right in the front row.
I actually saw Coach walking out.
The biggest.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Brian J. Bebe has a question. He said, "How big of a punk bitch is Campbell Myers?"
Oh, you know, I don't know if there's a scale.
He breaks it.
I can put it on. You know.
Yeah,
it's just
I've met a lot of punk bitches.
Yep. And then Brad G, we appreciate you watching, Brad. Looks like he's watching on YouTube. Brad G says, "What's up with you and guys snacks?"
You know what, Brad G, that's a good question, because I actually went to the deli this weekend, and I'm a big fan of pizza in general, so I decided to take a little trip and actually try the pizza out. And I wasn't aware that they actually sold guy chips like there at the guy's deli, which kind of blew my mind, which is, I don't know, maybe it's just me thinking out like differently, but the pizza was really good. The pizza is really good, and the pizza bones are really good. And I mean, I maybe like we'll move on to the chips next, but I don't know. I'm still kind of, bitter about the chips. I don't know how the chips are going to do me.
Yeah, whenever I think of Guy's chips and the Howletts, all I can remember is you punting a bag of chips at JourneyPro.
Hell yeah!
So that's all I can think of.
Well, you should have it queued up.
Yeah, I
should have the video queued up.
I should have.
Show.
I should have. Yeah. You got to talk to my production guy.
Guys.
Drop the ball.
You got to talk to my production guy, man.
You guys didn't even
he chose the wrong fucking music. He didn't have the video queued up. I'm sorry, man. Hey, job opening if you're looking to be a co-host on the show. So,
maybe.
Hoodie says, "Who wins in a fight, Anaya or Vince Russo?"
Oh goodness, I think Vince has got me.
You think so?
He's got big paws, bro. Brooklyn, I don't remember where he's from. Thanks, brother. I appreciate the content.
So Anaya, I want to talk to you about the Kansas City Wrestling Academy. We had Hoodie on the show within a couple weeks of its opening. And then now that you're on here, I want to ask how everything's going with the training programs, how the students are doing, and how to sign up for any aspiring young men and women who are looking to get into the business.
The school is going great. I think we have 14 students now, and we've had 2 full tryouts. So for being where we are in the situation that we are, it's definitely we're definitely excited. We're definitely excited about like where this is going, and the kids that I call them kids just because that's just how we talk about them. They're kids. Most of them are adults, but the kids that we have are all very passionate, and they're the type to continue to push through the trainings that we do, because we do take this seriously, and we do take it as like an athletic competition. So we train as if so. So we expect them to train the same way. So they're kind of they're our first. We're kind of seeing where we can go with this school with this first batch of kids, which is great for them because they get to learn at a faster pace, because we're trying to get them to a certain level before we make any more like changes to the school.
Do you have any? How would one get into the school? Do you guys have open tryouts or?
Yeah. So our website. If you go to our website, it'll be it's all in our link for. I think our Twitter name is KC Wrestling School. Sorry, I need to put like my notification things on, but I'm getting a bunch of texts. I'm ruining the whole podcast. You can go to our Twitter page, which it's KC Wrestling School, and the link is in the bio. Just go to the link, email us, let us know what you want to do. We are kind of doing tryouts like month by month. So I'm not sure if we're going to have one this month or if we're going to wait like another month or so. But I think we are open to doing like a few just one-on-one tryouts, or like a handful of kids that want to come and check it out. So yeah, good. Like all the links are in all of our Twitters too. My Twitter, it's in my Twitter. KC Wrestling School is what it is, I think, which we need to work on that Twitter handle, but we haven't gotten that far yet.
Nice. So, I kind of wanted to move off here. It's not very often that that someone can say or a team can say that they're involved in a top storyline in Kansas City or feud in Kansas City, and the Howletts can say they were a part of the biggest storylines in 2 of the biggest companies in our area. With you guys and Micah and the Reckoning and JourneyPro. and then over in CSW, your storyline and feud with the Premier. You know, you guys are tearing up Kansas City in 2022. It's been all Howletts. And I don't know if you watched. I know Hoodie's in here.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Hoodie's in here. So hopefully he's still in here and he can see this. But we did have the P-Boys on our show back on the 29th of September. And Soup.
Is that what they call them? The P-Boys?
The P-Boys. That's a Chase moniker nickname. I don't know if he made it, but
no, definitely not.
He somebody on every chance he gets. Yeah.
Somebody on Twitter started it. My favorite, they made like a tweet that said, "Hey, we should get the Ass Boys against the P Boys." And I asked Campbell about it. It wasn't at No Turning Back. It was
the one right after that, like Strapped maybe.
It was the one where Hoodie threw the hat.
It was Strapped
and caught that guy in the crowd. Yeah. So yeah, I went up to Campbell and asked, and said something about the P-Boys.
So funny. Sorry about that guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
If that guy's watching right now, that was hilarious. He took it like a cat, though. I don't know.
He did.
Hoodie didn't. Hold on. I want to talk about this for a second because this was hilarious. I actually watched the whole thing happen. So brother, he threw the hat. Had no idea that it was gonna fly like a goddamn frisbee, right?
Yeah.
So he throws the hat, and I watched the hat go zooming into this dude's face, and I'm like, holy shit! He just murdered him. He could have taken his head off. He about knocked the guy out.
We were right in front of him and 2 seats over. So as soon as I saw as soon as I saw that hat, I looked back at him.
Oh my god!
I thought he was bleeding because he played.
Me and Hoodie got up on the second rope to do our last minute cheers, and I looked at the guy and I was like, "Hey, you all right? You're all right?"
Yeah.
And he gave me the old, yeah, I'm good. He was a badass.
Yeah. That's what he kept. That's what he kept saying. Because, like I said, we were right. He was right behind us. He kept going, "Oh, I'm a tough old man. I'm a tough old man." I was like, "All right, cool."
I definitely held back a laugh because I watched the whole thing happen. It was. Oh man, I probably would have hopped the guardrail,
But so at that event, I had mentioned to Campbell about that tweet where somebody had started calling them.
Is that my baby crying?
No, that's mine. That's definitely mine.
Okay, there's no babies here. You better get out of that toilet. Okay, go on.
Anyway,
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So we have that video clip that we're gonna play from the premiere from Soup from our show back a couple weeks ago. So we'll give you the chance to respond to it. So we'll play it here, and then we'll let you respond here. Let me get it pulled up. Here we go.
Dude, this dude Hoodie for months has been like, oh, they just keep talking themselves into holes. Dog, how long is that narrative going to keep going before we look back on the actual history of it all, right? You said that before the street fight. What happened at the street fight? Premier up, as per usual. We're used to seeing that, right? And he's like, oh, God, they're young, and they post clips of Shawn Michaels because they think they're like that. Bro, we are like that. He doesn't know what that's like because he's always been the Genetti his whole career. So he doesn't know what that feels like, bro. So I would probably get triggered if I was him too and I saw the Premier posting a bunch of gifs of fucking Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? Golly, dude, he doesn't know what that's like. But when you have a tag team with 2 Shawn Michaels, me and Bishop, 2 Shawn Michaels here, 2 young stars, it probably does rub them the wrong way. I'm sure, you think about it, it's there's people out there that you don't like, and no matter what they do, right, wrong, or indifferent, you're just going to be a hater. Dude, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm like a grade A hater. I'm a top S-tier hater. And I think that's all that comes down to, bro. There's a million reasons Hoodie shouldn't like me because everything I do is better than the way he does it. And so he's just a hater. And that happens. It is what it is. But, dude, I don't know. When you're comparing apples and oranges, I'm like a fine, crisp apple plucked straight from the orchard, and he's like an old, rotted orange that can't serve anybody, right? Like, that's like the difference there. So,
wow. He said a lot of things there.
Boy, he's a talker, isn't he?
He's definitely a talker. We all know that. I mean, I said something about it on Twitter too, because I definitely don't think that either of them have seen any Shawn Michaels matches, especially if they are comparing themselves to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, we saw that tweet. Yeah,
I mean that's that, but I mean I don't really his talk is all over the place because he's also calling himself a hater. So like all of the stuff that he's saying is just him being a hater. He's put a cap on his whole argument. He's just a hater himself. You know, he hates the fact that we're both twice their size and both twice more athletic as both of them. So it's definitely the young guns trying to shoot on the old guns here, and you know, you're always going to get the old. It's about the experience. Team Bad Apple is what brother's saying.
Well, we had to remind him.
Where are we the bad apple, or are they the bad apple?
They're definitely the bad apples.
Yeah, definitely them.
Yeah. I was gonna say we had to remind them. I had to remind Campbell, and he called me delusional, but I told him, I said, well, you didn't beat the Howletts. Coach Froz threw in the towel. You never pinned or submitted anybody. And then I had to remind him that he lost his match to Hoodie. You know
that he did.
So,
and I mean, the way that Bishop won, it wasn't this. I mean, we beat them first, right? We beat them first, right off the bat. Our first match, we beat them.
Yep.
And then all of this other stuff happens, and I don't see where like his story is coming into play here, because we have been doing exactly what we've said that we're going to do from the get-go, is fight, and we're going to be there to fight, and we're going to always fight whoever, wherever, however. You know, we're just in this to beat the shit out of people right now. And Hoodie and I are always going to be there to fight, and the fact that the Premier they're not gonna be there is exactly what we're talking about.
Yep.
Right? The Premier they've gone through, they've cut in all these corners to prevent themselves from getting back in the ring with us as a team. You know, they did the singles thing. Of course, they're gonna want to wrestle as singles.
Right.
But they didn't realize that we're both better singles wrestlers than we are tag team wrestlers. And that bit them in the ass.
Agreed.
Now they're just running around chasing their tail. They're trying to figure us out when we already have them figured out.
So, Anaya, let's talk about November 5th. Vendetta. You and Hoodie are going to be taking on the tag team of Spitfire, Davey Vega, and the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith.
Davey Vega.
Now that match is going to be brought to you and sponsored by the I-70 Hot Tag. Tell us what you know about. Obviously, I'd be a moron if I didn't mention the long, storied history between the Besties, Grindhouse, and the Howletts. So obviously there's a lot of history there with Vega. But talk to us about Brian Keith and what he adds to that. What he adds to that element.
Brian Keith has been coming to Triple L, and I actually sat down with him for a little bit, and I mean I've been watching a lot of his stuff. You know, I'm kind of a fan of his. You know, he's got the same kind of attitude as a Howlett does, you know. So I'm pretty excited to step foot in the ring with him and throw down with him a little bit. And you know, every time me and Davey get our hands on each other, it's a goddamn war. So there's nothing to really talk about there, you know.
Yep.
Fuck you, Vega.
I like it. So, you know, being a tag team wrestler, you know, I always like to ask who you think is the best tag team of all time, and who's the best tag team going today, if it's two different teams.
Man, I think, I mean, the best tag team of all time is the Dudley Boys, obviously. Big, huge fan of the Dudley Boys. And the close second is APA here because I don't like to have favorites. So, those two are right up there. And then the best tag team going right now, man, there's so fucking many tag teams, but you know, I'd have to say that the best tag team would have to be the Howletts.
Who can argue?
Swerve.
I like it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know. There's so many good tag teams right now.
No, there is. Tag team wrestling is fantastic nowadays. You know, AEW's got some great tag teams. So does WWE, you know, from the mainstream. And our local independents here in Kansas and Missouri. There's a lot of good teams out there.
So many tag teams.
Yep.
And the cool part about tag team wrestling is that it's so entertaining to watch. So just like if you know how to be a tag team wrestler, then you are going to entertain these people. It's pretty cool.
Starcade Media is enjoying the F-bombs. So
Hunter Dillon says, if you could write a letter to your younger self, what would you say?
Man, if I could write a letter to my younger self, I would say, take your vitamins, say your prayers. Brother, you idiot. Do a backflip. No, I'd probably just tell them just don't ever give up. Don't ever give up.
And then Starcade Media says, if you could book yourself in any match versus any wrestler or wrestlers in history, what would it be?
I mean, I would probably Shawn Michaels is one of my favorite wrestlers, and I would probably definitely book myself in just a straight up singles match with Shawn.
Money match right
I
there.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. This is kind of an extra question, so this is bonus time. Sorry, Josh. So we talked to Hoodie about this, and I kind of wanted to get your insight on it as well. At JourneyPro, you and Hoodie got an opportunity to take on Team Bussy for the GCW Tag Team Championships. I still rally and say that the Howletts are the uncrowned GCW Tag Team Champions, because I saw you pin Alley Catch 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
so,
for sure. I definitely the fact that didn't get any kind of like uproaring, and somebody
I'm waiting
having something to say about that. You know, I feel like I'm gonna every once in a while just throw it out into the world and let everyone know that the Howletts should in fact be the GCW champion, the tag team champions.
Absolutely. So, so just kind of get your insight on it, man. Like, what was that like to?
You know what? It's fucking Nick Chin, man.
It is Nick
He
Chin.
would have just kept his fucking little ass out of the fucking minded his own goddamn business. We would just be the tag team champions right now. The GCW tag team champions would be the Howletts. Just stay out of it.
That breaks my heart, man, because I'm a huge Big Dick Nick fan. So, yeah. But for him to cost you guys the GCW tag team championships pisses me off.
I think I have a visitor.
Hey, fuck me, Chin, while you're at it.
Fuck the Premier, fuck Nick Chin, fuck Davey Vega. I don't know Brian Keefe, but fuck you too.
Yeah. Gino XL.
Right? This is the real tag team. We're together all the fucking time. Premier. This isn't a fucking, like me and my buddy are gonna ride down the street together and we're gonna be friends when we're on fucking camera. This is all the time, bitch.
We're gonna see the
real
road
tag
together.
team shit. I can't hear you guys, but fuck you two. Fuck the
Should I take this out?
Fuck David. No, leave him on, brother. I'm not staying.
He's not saying.
I'm just here to say what I need to say. And fuck Nick Chin for sure.
For sure. Mind your business.
All right,
job, brother. You're killing it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so since I got another question for you. So we didn't talk a whole lot about the JourneyPro situation. JourneyPro's last event is in December. We haven't gotten a date, we haven't gotten a venue, we haven't gotten anything yet. December's still a little ways away. The last JourneyPro event, you handed Micah Howlett a vest from Major Baston. By the way, if you've got Major Baston's number on speed dial, let him know that the I-70 hot tag has been trying to reach out to him for an interview, and I'm not getting any replies. So
okay,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't have his phone number personally, but I know a lot of people would do. I'm sure he'd do it.
Well, I saw when you presented Micah with the vest, you or Hoodie mentioned that it was a special gift from Major Baston. So.
Yeah. So those those vests the vest that we gave him is actually the vest that we wore in NWL, which were gifted to us by NWL when they signed us.
Yeah. So Micah Howlett.
We're not giving shit back.
Agreed. We actually asked Ryan Moonshine about the St. Louis championship, and that was kind of his answer too. He's like, "Fuck no, I had to give that back."
Yeah. We were in Colorado, so there was no giving anything back.
There you go. So Micah and you guys had that big war with the Reckoning. Can you don't have to say exactly, but can we expect that the Howletts and the Reckoning could square off one more time in JourneyPro?
I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know, It's I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think I think that since they don't want
from us.
Yeah, I was going to say since they don't want to play by since they don't want to play by rules, I think that we could I think that it's only fitting that we get one more match with no rules. So
I mean, that's an option.
Yep.
I like it.
I guess time will tell.
Yep.
We'll see how big their mouths are on Twitter before we make anything happen.
Yeah. JourneyPro has to book the actual event.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like to book on Twitter, so we'll figure it out when people start opening their mouths on the interweb.
So, I wanted to ask you, Anaya, what other ventures or bookings do you have going on in the next few weeks that you can tell our viewers about?
I am not really booked through the rest of the year. I have Triple L, which is November 25th, and then I have CSW on November 5th. But I'm kind of taking like the end of the year off a little bit just to kind of get. I'm still trying to figure out Kansas City because I only moved here like a year and a half ago, so just kind of not taking as many bookings as I usually do.
So are you telling me that you've been in the Kansas City wrestling scene for 6-7 years now, and you're just now moving to Kansas City? You've been in Colorado this whole time?
Yeah. So when NWL started, Hoodie had been coming to Kansas City before I started wrestling. So he was coming to Metro Pro like back like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Like he's been coming to Kansas City with like Derek Stone, like all like when the whole Metro Pro thing was going on. And when I started wrestling, he actually just took me to Kansas City with him, like on like Kansas City was like one of my first wrestling like road trips that he took me on to just be around like the wrestling scene before I was even booked. So yeah, pretty much about 7 years I've been in because we debuted in Metro Pro like a couple months after me coming down here. So yeah, been in this scene and just barely moving here.
That's wild. Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you
fucking goddamn 8.5 hour trip is ridiculous,
Yes.
Yeah. No. No. I would make that. I would make that trip.
Flat grounds in Kansas.
The drive through Kansas and Colorado. I only went to Colorado a few times, and that was to enjoy the scenery in Colorado Springs, and then to buy weed. That's it. So,
how dare you?
Yep. So, Brian J wants to know, with the will the Kansas City Wrestling Academy still be training with JourneyPro closing? I know we kind of discussed that a little bit, but
I'm not gonna go like full into detail about it. But we like the Kansas City Pro Wrestling Academy is completely unassociated with JourneyPro. Like JourneyPro and the Kansas City Pro Wrestling Academy, the KC Pro Wrestling Academy are two different things. So there's the fact the JourneyPro closing has nothing to do with KC Pro Wrestling.
Awesome. And then Dean Houston, who's a constant viewer of this show, says, "Have you ever wrestled in NBW?" I think he means New Breed Wrestling.
New Breed Wrestling. No, I don't. Where is that? I don't even think I've heard of that.
They run in Central Missouri.
Maybe.
Yeah, they run through Sedalia, Warsaw.
So like I said, like I really haven't like broken into the St. Louis area. Like, I really haven't really said it, but like the only St. Louis place that I've worked for as of right now is Anarchy. So like I'm kind of having to start my career here in Kansas City and like kind of branch out into the St. Louis area now. So that's kind of where I'm at, like taking the last part of the year off to kind of come back next year and take this motherfucker over.
Hell yeah.
And then when that happens, you fucking show this clip and show everybody who the fucking wild card is. Baby.
Hey, so kind of speaking about the Howletts and how you guys have run amok the past like 6-7 years in Kansas City.
Run amok.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So the majority of the time that you and Hoodie have been together, you guys have been heels. We all know hashtag heel shit. for the past, we had no turning back in CSW. And then, what happened with Micah and JourneyPro. What's it like for you guys to be, I'm not going to say baby faces. It's always weird to say a baby face, but what's it like to be the anti-hero, I guess? You get what I'm saying, though.
Let's just I'm gonna cut you off there because let's just be really honest. Like when we were doing all these dastardly things back in the day, everybody loved it deep down inside. They all wanted us to do exactly what we were doing. There was nobody telling us not to do these things. They were all loving exactly what we were doing. So who's to say that we weren't baby faces this whole fucking time? Huh?
Good call.
We're the exact same people that we've been the exact same people since we stepped foot in Kansas City. And that's just what it is. It's hashtag hill shit. We just do shit. We do our thing. Whether you love us or hate us, you either love to hate us or you love to hate us, or you love to love us or you hate to love us.
We will agree to disagree, sir, because I'll tell you what, 7 years ago, I don't think the Howletts would have came out and saved Micah from Jeremy Howlett or Jeremy Wyatt.
Probably right.
Number one, the kid has to grow on you. So
he fucking did, unfortunately, too.
Yeah.
Man, I love Micah.
Absolutely. What was that like? The 100 and some odd days of Micah asking to be a Howlett.
It was just, he was relentless,
Yeah.
Like anytime we just thought that we were just done with him, he would just show back up with some other grand scheme of him being a Howlett, and then like the things that he brought back, we were having a good time watching him bring back the things that he was bringing back.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch.
My absolute favorite,
Micah Howlett came out to the Howlett's original theme music in NWL for one of the shows.
Yeah,
he was just doing things to catch our eye, and he did it.
One of my favorites was when you and Hoodie were in Colorado, and he told Micah, you said, "Hey, if you can be here in the next 90 minutes, you can be a Howlett." Knowing that he was in Kansas City and you guys were all the way in Colorado. Yeah,
we're not just gonna let motherfuckers into the Howletts.
No, absolutely.
We gotta make sure that you're first of all not a weirdo, and then second of all not an asshole. Because if you're an asshole and a weirdo, we're just gonna have to beat the shit out of you ourselves. So we're it's kind of almost like an initiation, Got to make sure and see. I'm sure he hopped in his car and tried his hardest,
Sure he did.
Probably made it to bumfuck Egypt in Kansas.
Mid Kansas.
Cape? Then he used to wear a cape, so he probably tried to fly. What an idiot! Oh, I love Michael.
So I seen you posted on your social medias a couple of Wildcard Anaya shirts. That Tribe shirt you got on. Tell us kind of where we can buy some Tribe and Anaya merch.
So all of our Howlett and Tribe stuff is all strictly in-show shirts. We don't have anything on the internet right now of Tribe and Howlett shirts, but all of my Anaya Wildcard Anaya shirts are all on my Pro Wrestling Tees website, which is just Wildcard Anaya. I got about 10 shirts on there right now. They're all different, and those are all strictly for the internet. Also, too, I have none of those at shows either. So it's kind of both ways are kind of exclusive T-shirts.
Nice.
So, Anaya, I know you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier in the show, but as we're winding down, where can everybody find you on social media?
All of my pages are Wildcard Anaya, so it's just at Wildcard Anaya, nice and easy. All Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all of it. Wildcard Anaya. I think they might be underscore. They might not be. It was just, Wildcard Anaya is going to come up either way.
Right on.
Because I'm the fucking man.
The man. So that beginning of our clip, our intro, I don't know if you heard it. We had some of our former guests. We like to end every show kind of asking you guys to kind of turn on the gimmick a little bit and say, this is Wildcard Anaya, and you're watching the I-70 hot tag. And then we'll edit that into our intro. We change it up once a month usually. So.
Well, shit. Now you're putting me on the spot?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Are you
live, pal?
Record it?
Yep,
so
go ahead.
Just do it right now? Just do it whenever?
Yeah, we'll clip it later.
Are you going to give me a 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
You're going to
3,
2, 1 me? No,
3.
Don't do it. I'm just joking.
Okay.
You don't have to do that. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? This is the Heisen brother of Breaking Necks, the Wildcard Anaya, and you are watching the I-70 tag. Was that the right name? Did I fuck it up?
You fucked it up.
Oh yeah. What is the name?
I-70 hot tag?
The
I-70
hot
tag.
Sorry. Here we go. We'll try it again. Ready? How's it going, everybody? This is the Heisen brother of Breaking Necks, the Wildcard Anaya, and you are watching I-70 hot tag. Did I do it wrong again?
Nope, you're good. That's perfect.
Perfect. We weren't gonna make you do it again, but since you offered,
I wasn't gonna do it again. That was it.
So Anaya, that kind of does it for the night, man. We greatly appreciate you again taking time to do this. And
it's fun.
Absolutely, man. Any other time you want to come on, hit us up, and we'd love to have you back. So maybe next time we can get both of you guys on.
Yeah, we'll do a teamer.
Yep. We had the premiere on at the same time, so maybe sometime we can get you guys on.
Well,
other than that,
a
sir,
little teaser of it tonight. So
yeah,
absolutely. Again, appreciate it, and we will see you on the 5th of November.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Better
See you, buddy.
Remember. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Appreciate everybody staying with us, hanging out with us while we chatted with Anaya, Wildcard Anaya. Got a cool little teaser in there of Hoodie and Anaya. But guys, as you know, this is the part where we take a 5-minute intermission. And then when we come back, we're going to hang out, talk about Kansas and Missouri independent professional wrestling. Appreciate that, Hunter, man. Appreciate you sticking in on the Twitch. Guys, if you don't know, we are on twitch.tv/CRmedia1988. Make sure you go over there, hit that follow button. Hoodie says, brother's not used to that hot tag. Absolutely. So, guys, again, like I said, don't go anywhere. When we come back from the 5-minute break, we're going to be talking about Cape Championship Wrestling. We're going to be talking about Glorypro. We're going to be talking about UUCW's Wild for the Night, which is November 4th, the day before Vendetta CSW.
Yes.
And at that event, the I-70 hot tag is going to be there, man. We're driving out to Wichita for this event. So
yes, we are.
Gonna see good friend Renee from Wrestle Talk.
Yep.
We're gonna see what's their fucking name? The premiere. Sorry.
P-Boys, come on.
I was trying to find their name, like instead of calling them P-Boys. So, the P-Boys.
Yeah, the premiere will be there. Matt Seidel is going to be there. A lot of good action there. We'll talk about another someone who they announced is going to be on that card as well after the break. So.
Absolutely. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Stay with us. 5 minutes. Go get you a bite to eat. Take a piss. Whatever. Come back. Watch the intermission video. The intermission video is going to give you a lot of insight and a lot of good stuff on some upcoming independent wrestling events in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Again, guys, 5 minutes. We'll be right back.
Kansas City has a new name in the pizza game. You Want a Pizza Me is Kansas City's only pro wrestling themed pizza food truck. Located across from the Black Box Theater in the West Bottoms, You Want a Pizza Me is dedicated to serving delicious flame-grilled pizzas named in homage to pro wrestling. Come try the High Flyer, El Luchador, Greener Than Grass, and their newest bestseller, The Undertaker. Regular and vegan options are available. They're also dedicated to getting you to eat your healthy vegetables with their selection of salads. Look for the big man in the luchador mask. Follow them at You Want a Pizza Me KC on social media. Kansas City is a top pro wrestling city, and You Want a Pizza Me is your spot for knockout, top-of-the-card pizza. Come get some. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the I-70 Hot Tag Pit Stop. Appreciate you guys staying around and listening to that interview with Anaya Howlett. What a fantastic interview, man. That was one of the most fun interviews we've had in a long time. Chase, something is absolutely hysterical over there. What's happening?
Well, because you sent a message in the private chat that says, "What the fuck are you eating that tastes so bad?"
Oh. Well, yeah, your camera was on. You took a bite of something, and it did not taste good, apparently. So,
well, no. So my wife brought home food, and of course, it got brought home right as we start the show. Never fails. Never fails. I feel like every single time I do one of these shows, dinner is always served right after 8:30. Always. So I usually will get my food after the show starts, so I can't eat in the middle of the show. So I'll wait till the 5-minute intermission. I do it on this show. I do it on the Hot Tag. I do it on the Chief show. In fact, my co-host for Arrowhead Asylum, which is live Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, just like all the rest of our shows. But my co-host for the Arrowhead Asylum, James, will sometimes he thinks it's funny to bring me up on screen while I'm eating and the intermission videos playing. Anyways, so I get my food from Arby's, and I'm like, "Oh, did you get me a chicken sandwich?" And my wife was like, "Yeah, I got you the Diablo." And I was like, "The Diablo?" I was like, that doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound appetizing. I don't like really spicy stuff. I like a little bit of spice, not a whole lot. Like I've always joked around with people. I'm Mexicant, not Mexican. So I don't like doing spicy food. I took a bite of this thing, and my mouth, like that's what you saw. I took a bite of it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Like I could smell it even if I opened the box. I was like, this is really spicy. So, yeah, no. So
nice.
I'll feel that later. But Shylin was victorious in her debut in Illinois Elite Wrestling, LEW, in Quincy, Illinois this weekend. Hell yeah,
nice.
good for Shylin. We got to see Shylin wrestle firsthand at KCXW, which we talked about. We kind of broke that show down on the I-70 Hot Tag this past Thursday. If you weren't there to see the episode live, make sure you go check that out on the video on demand on YouTube. It'll be on there.
Yep, it's there, and it will be on the podcast platforms hopefully before our next I-70 Hot Tag, which, if you saw in the video, the very first slide is the big strong boy Ethan Price is going to be our guest on the I-70 Hot Tag on Thursday, and then toward the end of November, I guess the middle of November, 2 days before Mega Ticket, actually one night, before Mega Ticket, we are going to have the current reigning Gateway Heritage Heavyweight Champion, the King's Road Slayer, Derek Neal, on the show 1 day prior to defending his title in Gary J's rematch for St. Louis Anarchy. So that's going to be a fun interview. I can't wait to get that on. But this Thursday is going to be the big strong boy talking all CSW, Vendetta, and Glorypro. He's got two big programs going on both sides of the state.
Absolutely, guys. So as you know, like it's been said, but I just want to reiterate, when we go to those 5-minute breaks and we come back, we always like to talk about any news, any stuff going on in Kansas and Missouri. So what we're gonna start off with Cape Championship Wrestling. They've got their hardcore Halloween event on October 29th, which is it's Friday, correct?
It is Saturday.
My bad.
Yep.
My bad. Halloween is on Monday. Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Anyways, so with Cape Championship Wrestling, as we all are aware, the next big event for them, is Saturday, October 29th, for Hardcore Halloween. We talked last week about the Pinnacle taking a team made up of KCXW wrestlers Well, Brandon Anderson of the Pinnacle had a message for Hollis Grow. Let's take a look at that video.
You guys have been here at the training grounds. Proud of both of you guys' work. But I've been taking it real easy on both of you. Fact is, this business is a lot tougher than anybody would ever imagine it is. And you guys have learned that from now. But the fact is I've been babying both of you. And I would give you an example of that. See, independence. Real deal. Things suck real bad. House Row, you know all about that. See, I've been playing easy with you. From the moment I punched you in your face and set your ass out with the Pinnacle, I've been playing easy with you. I didn't want to jack your shit. I did it out of obligation to my family, to my Pinnacle family. And I told you, when you were ready, I was here. But you wanted to lollygag, and you wanted to take your time. And then you want to attack me when I think it's all over with. Then I invite you into the ring. I invite you in for a conversation. I go to hand you a microphone as you step through the ropes, and the first thing you do is punch me in my face. So I give you the respect that I gave you to come to me and handle it man to man. And that's the way you want to handle shit? You want to wait till my guard is dropped? You want to wait till I think it's done? And then you want to step in? Well, bitch, we're going to do it on my time then. We're going to do it my way. I'll put hands on you when I'm damn good and ready. And I'll let you get a piece of me when I'm damn good and ready. So, Hollis, be patient with me. Because sooner or later, brother, I'm going to get a hold of you. And when I do, I'm going to whoop your ass from post to post. I'm going to drive you through that canvas time and time again. I'm going to make you remember what I am, the one true champ. You're going to know without a doubt why they call me Missouri's most malicious. And we're going to do it on my time, not yours. Because when it comes right down to it, Hollis, I'm the dude calling the shots. Not you. Hashtag eat shit.
Hashtag eat shit.
I lost. I don't know if you saw me, but I lost my stuff when he goes, bitch.
Yeah, man. So it's going to be Hollis Garreau, Ryan the Infinite, El Diablo with the Clay Huna, which are 4 wrestlers we just saw at KCXW this past or 2 weekends ago, and they're taking on the Pinnacle with so screaming with a bitch. So it's going to be a fantastic event, guys. Down in, I believe they're actually. I do not have a graphic up, but I think that's actually in Charleston, Missouri, which is actually damn near to the boot heel of Missouri. So it's even further south than Cape. Go check them out, guys. If you're in the Southeast Missouri, Cape Championship Wrestling. There's been a lot of fantastic guys on wrestling podcast every other Wednesday nights. No, what?
Dean says, go KCXW.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So they're doing like an invasion type thing with.
I don't know if that's the storyline or not. It probably is not. I just like to call it Team KCXW just because all 4 of them guys were in KCXW for Destiny. So,
okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Slammer runs through there. I'm not sure if I think Shylyn's going to be there as well, but she's managing. I think it was that team that we talked about a couple weeks ago. That's was very close to Vicious and Delicious. She was the manager, or going to come out with them. It wasn't something in Delicious. I can't remember what their team name is, but anyway, go check out Cape, guys, down in southeastern Missouri. Should be a fantastic show. Speaking of fantastic shows, do you got anything else for Cape?
No, I was going to say, Brian, we know you're joking. We know that you're probably 4 shots deep of whiskey right
Well,
now.
Brian did. I will say this. Brian did. He has an idea for a podcast. So he had. I do know what he's talking about. But yeah, it's. Anyway, so speaking of fantastic events, guys, Glorypro The Relentless is happening this weekend as well. It's happening on Sunday, October 30th. And if you're a Glorypro fan or St. Louis fan in general, you know that there's been a big feud, big rivalry between Dan the Dad and Cody Lane. And it's gone on for months now. And it's kind of stemming all from trying to get possession of Dan the Dad's house. There was a ladder match. I'm not sure what event that was, but there was a ladder match.
I remember that. Yeah. And Dan the Dad's house deed was on the ladder.
Yeah, that's what it was funny because I was like, man, how are they gonna have a ladder match in that low ceiling building? But they did, and it was actually not. It was a higher ceiling than I thought, but yeah. So huge rivalry going on, and the final chapter, I guess, is going to be written at the Relentless. So Glorypro posted this video on their social media account. It's a good one. Make sure you guys check this out. We'll play it here for you. Let me get pulled up. It is a video of Dan the Dad and Cody Lane.
Oh, yeah. Kids are upstairs. They're busy. It's time for Dad to check out this brand new home theater system.
Dan, you ain't got nothing in here. Hey, Dan. Hope you're enjoying your new theater downstairs. Because I'm upstairs, enjoying your beautiful kitchen. Maybe I'll check out other places in your house. I'll go check out your living room. And then your room with your wife in it. And your kids' room next, sugar.
Oh my God.
I'm sick of you, Dan. I hate you. You took everything from me. The neighborhood, my house. And I'm not going to stop until I'm the last one standing.
Last man standing. Dan the Dad versus Cody Lane. It ends at the Relentless.
Yikes.
Brian J says their feud has lasted longer than it took Micah to become a Howlett. Pretty
it
close.
has.
Yeah.
Indeed it has. But who knows? This could be the last time we see it. This could be, a stepping stone into the next chapter. But hopefully for Dan the Dad, he gets to close this and move on. Yep. So Glorypro, fun events. As we talked about on this show, Josh and I went to Ludicrous Speed 2 live at the pageant, and it was a damn good event. So definitely check out Glorypro. They stream live on YouTube. So if you guys are not subscribed to them on YouTube, make sure you go through. Like I said, they put on killer shows. So the next one, UUCW, Wild for the Night. Josh and I will be making the trip to Wichita to go see that. UUCW fans, the following competitor was set to make her debut at Disturbing the Peace, but was unable to due to injury. But on November 4th at Wild for the Night, guys, she's going to make her much-anticipated UUCW debut, representing United Familia. This is Emily Camacho.
Emmy Camacho. She is a fantastic talent, and when she was announced at the last UCW event, and when she couldn't make it, it was just I felt the same way as I did with Heather Reckless at Glorypro, where it was kind of not a letdown, because the women's match last month at UCW was actually was very good, but super excited to see her, and we're going to be there in person to see it. So Emmy Camacho will be at UCW in Wichita for Wild for the Night. Anybody in that Wichita area, man, November 4th, Friday, come check it out, man. We're going to be there. We're going to do our best to do our rounds, talk to some fans if we can. And that promotion also streams their shows on YouTube. So go look at United Underground Championship Wrestling on YouTube. Go hit that notification bell for both them and Glorypro, so you get notified when they go live and when they stream their shows, usually once a month, roughly. So, and that event, man, that venue is, we talked about it a little bit off air, is in that temple, that church, and their entrance, the hard cam is on the ring, but back behind there's two sets of stairs that come down. And I don't know if they got the AEW vibes where the heels come down one set of steps and the baby faces come down the other set, but they come down here and they meet at a certain level, which is like the stained glass is behind them. And then they come down the big set of stairs to come to the ring. Super cool look on the stream. So I'm excited to be there and experience that live. And Emmy's gonna make that even better. So
absolutely.
Man, so we got a few this video. If you guys haven't told already, we got plenty of videos for this section of the pit stop. And that's because our local promotions have been just dropping video after video after video, and I kind of want to bring you guys up to speed. So we've got a couple topics here for Central States Wrestling Vendetta, and the first one is Luke Langley. He's been tearing it up in JourneyPro, but has been completely opposite of that in Central States Wrestling. His past two matches, he lost to the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper, and he also lost to the former number one contender for the DWF title, real name, no gimmick, Mike Outlaw. So really nothing to shake your head about, but still two straight losses he suffered at CSW. So the Black Diamond, Luke Langley, has other plans this go around for CSW, and we'll take a look at this video.
I will not lie to you. I have not had the success that I am accustomed to, that I am entitled to at Central States Wrestling. But regardless of the outcome, I have been in there with world-class athletes like Dak Draper and Mike Outlaw, and I have taken them to the absolute limit. So how is my hard work rewarded? What am I given for my effort? On November 5th, at the Kansas City, Kansas National Guard Armory, a killing machine, Black Diamond Luke Langley goes one-on-one with Dan the Dad. It's like some kind of bad joke. And all I have to say to that is, screw you, Dan. You're not my real dad. But like my actual father, you're going to be very, very disappointed in me. Because I'm going to drop you right on top of your head.
Love it. Fucking love it.
Not his real dad.
Yeah, you're not my real dad. I was just getting ready to make a super inappropriate joke about the black diamond upside down as the pussy. But I don't know if I can make fun of. I don't know if I can make fun of Luke Langley after that. Man, that was pretty killer. So, gonna be super excited for this match. Hopefully this is we get an opportunity to kind of see Dan the Dad flourish a little bit in CSW. A huge Luke Langley fan. I like to give him a lot of stuff, especially with his run in JourneyPro. But super big Luke Langley fan. But I'm anxious to see. Man, I want to see that tag team of Luigi Primo and Dan the Dad. That's what I'm hoping for. So, maybe we get a tag team match with them. Showing up in CSW somewhere in the near future.
Yep.
So the next match we've got was actually, this past Thursday on the I-70 Hot Tag, we played a video clip from the CSW Facebook page that had been sent in by Roscoe Leach and Arjun Singh. Arjun was very adamant about what his plans were for Mighty Micah. Well, the saga at the Pot Pie KC continues. We got another video for you guys. Let's go ahead and roll the footage for you.
Thanks for making this happen, Mighty Micah. We are forever grateful for this redemption. Absolutely, no problem. Hey, it's time to serve it.
At least let us buy you a drink to show your gratitude.
See, I don't consume books, but you know what I do? I do fight. And you guys should come to the Kansas National Guard in Kansas City, Kansas. Come see me, Mighty Micah, fight on November 5th. That sounds. You'll be there. Yeah. You'll be there? Yeah. Right on. Well, see you guys soon. Crime doesn't wait for you. All right, I'm all done here. You got a long way to go before you pay off your bill. What do you mean? Keep washing them dishes. Let's hurry it up. When you're done, let's get this trash out of here. What? I'll tell you what. I'm so mad at that little Mighty Micah. Come November 5th, he's going to pay 400% more than he was beforehand. Oh, he's going to pay huge.
Like how you used your screen recorder for that video.
What you talking about, Willis?
talking about your menu that showed up.
Yeah, I didn't cut that out. That was my bad.
That's all right.
Man,
that's all right.
What a great story they're telling here. Because what's up, Brody? Hopefully, appreciate you joining in, man.
Absolutely, Brody's gonna hang out with us for 3 hours on our way to Wichita, man.
And then 3 hours at the event, and then 3 hours on the way back. So that's 9 hours.
9 hours for Brody.
Are we prepared for that?
That's crazy, dude. I think that's going to be the longest we've hung out in over a decade at least. Has to be. All three of us.
We've hung out with for a couple WrestleManias, which have been pretty close to 9 hours, but yeah, this is definitely the longest in a very long time. So
yep.
But guys, CSW, man, this Mighty Micah and Arjun Singh video, or this story that they're telling pre-event has been fantastic. We showed the Arjun Singh video last week or last on Thursday. So we saw kind of, Roscoe leaving the restaurant.
Yep. So kind of a little story there. That same couple that was sitting at the bar was the couple that Roscoe Leach and Arjun Singh kicked out so they could sit at that table. And then Arjun Singh refused to pay when Roscoe got the phone call and ditched out on him. So then Arjun Singh told them to put it on his tab. Arjun Singh leaves his manager, or they both leave the scene, obviously. That's where Mighty Micah comes in, swoops in, grabs that used car salesman, Roscoe Leach, brings him back to the restaurant, makes all what is right with the couple that lost their seat, and makes Roscoe Leach wash dishes for walking out on his tab. It's good to see that Mighty Micah is still around somewhere. So
doing the good deed, and I'm excited for this match, and I'm glad to see Mighty Micah. Like I said, we've seen him a few times at CSW. It's a great opportunity for him to kind of excel here. If he can beat Arjun Singh, who's a beast in the ring, that could be another stepping stone to his career, and kind of get him closer to a potential, kind of racing in that ranking for CSW. So extremely excited for that match. Extremely excited for every match. I kind of wanted to go down the card. I am almost 100% certain that this is the final card for CSW Vendetta, November 5th. Remember the 5th of November, CSW Vendetta. So just going to run down quickly the card that we know of. It is 7 matches. They may add a final 8th, but since that last that main event is a fatal 4-way for the CSW title, it's probably going to stay at 7. If I know if we know anything from CSW, they don't like to oversaturate their cards. They want to give their performers enough time to tell the story in the ring. So again, start off with that fatal 4-way for the CSW title. We're going to get Camaro Jackson, the Quad Father, taking on Jeremy Wyatt, Dak Draper, the Mile High Magnum, and Moonshine Mantell. The winner of that fatal 4-way is going to be the new Central States Wrestling heavyweight champion. And again, in the back of my head, I've got this theory, and I don't want to say it on the air just because I don't, if I ruin it, I don't want to ruin it, but I've got a theory of what's going to happen here. So it's going to be fantastic, guys. That's the main event. Chase, what's the next match? Because we are sponsoring this next match.
Absolutely. The next match we're going to see, we should have seen the Howletts in the premiere, but that Roscoe Leach, that dirty rat, that used car salesman, was able to pull some strings and get the premiere the night off. So instead, we're going to get the Howletts, our guest from earlier, Wildcard Anaya Howlett and Hoodie Howlett, the most dangerous tag team, fighting against one half of Grindhouse, Davey Vega, and newcomer to CSW, Brian Keith. Very excited. Like Josh mentioned, we are sponsoring this match. As you guys have seen, this is the second thing that we have done for CSW, and I think I can speak for Josh and say that we're honored to do so. CSW puts on fantastic events, and we love being a part of them, and we love supporting in any way we can. So we are very excited to see this match. Come check it out. Like I said, tickets are available. CSW Vendetta, Saturday, November 5th.
Yep.
Come hang out, have a good time, watch some great wrestling, and come say hi to your boys, the I-70 Hot Tag. We'll have a table set up, hanging out. So, like I said, come have fun. So, Josh.
Yeah. So guys, we'll be there. CSWtickets.com, I believe, is the website. Go get your tickets November 5th. Let's kind of roll through this card. Luigi Primo, the best pizza maker, the best pizza chef, is going to take on the big strong boy, Ethan Price. We're going to have Ethan on this Thursday night to talk about that match. Cannot wait. We've had Luigi on, and he did have some choice words for Mr. Ethan Price. So I think I'm going to clip that and play it for Ethan while we interview him on Thursday. So that was well before Horseman Country. So
that was I think that was the video. Brian J. Bebe says I will be doing autographs at the I-70 Hot Tech table.
Hey man, that's the best. What was it? The bell. You're ringing the bell, right? You're the bell boy. So yeah, the best bell boy I've ever seen. So
yeah,
definitely come up to our table and get autographed by Brian J. Bebe.
Man, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Luigi Primo, going to come. Ethan Price.
Oh, yes. I clipped that video and just posted it on my social media not too long ago, where I told or I asked Luigi if he thought big strong boy Ethan Price ate Chuck E. Cheese after his mom dropped him off or something like. I can't remember how I went in, but check out CR Media on social media. And you'll find that clip, and then we'll play some clips from Luigi Primo's interview next week for Ethan Price. Give him an opportunity to reply to Luigi Primo and kind of help build that feud up for him. So,
yep.
This next match, which we just saw the video for, Dan the Dad versus Luke Langley. Like mentioned, very excited to see Dan the Dad in action.
My bad. I was
gonna correct you, but I thought no. I figured I'd let you dig your own hole.
Yeah, I dug it, and now
that's
down.
All right. Bellboy, for fuck's sake. Anyways, so Luke Langley and Dan the Dad. Like I said, I think we kind of talked about this. I don't really think everything has been said that needs to be said about that. So the next match, Mighty Micah and Arjun Singh.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, luckily we only have to see Roscoe Leach one time that night. One time.
So we think.
So we think.
The Howletts will be there. So I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know with the premiere.
All I know is Anaya Howlett challenged the premiere to a dog collar match, and the premiere weaseled out of it. So that's all I know. And they seemed pretty excited in their video. They were going to get the night off, but who knows? We'll see.
We shall see. All right. Derek Neal, our guest on the 17th, is going to take on Mike Outlaw. That's going to be a fantastic match.
Absolutely.
That Mike Outlaw has torn up the St. Louis scene, but, and he was just the number one contender for the DWF title for CSW. And Derek Neal, back at Strapped, he defeated Moonshine Mantell in that strap match, and I think that's the last time we've seen him in CSW.
Absolutely, Derek Neal's been kind of absent lately.
Yeah,
on the wrestling scene, so to speak. I know he kind of did a video about it, mentioned that he's been going to Disney World or something like that. Celebrating his Gateway Heritage Championship win. But the last time we saw Derek Neal in Kansas City, he shook hands with the devil. So, Greg Jovi. So there's something there between Moonshine Mantell and Derek Neal and Greg Jovi. So very interesting to see if they pick up where they left off on that. But Mike Outlaw, I'll say this right now. Mike Outlaw needs this win to go from being number one contender, literally having the DWF championship at his fingertips, and then losing because the time ran out, and then to go the next month and get a no time limit match against Jeremy Wyatt, not being able to pull it out, in that match. And then, I know he faced Luke Langley.
Yep. Luke Langley was the last match. Yep.
And he at Horseman Country, and he lost to Luke Langley, didn't he?
No, Luke Langley or Mike Outlaw beat him.
Mike Outlaw won. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, to kind of help build that momentum to get back to where Mike Outlaw needs to be, and that's right back there at the championship, in the championship picture. Mike Outlaw needs to win this match.
100%. 100%.
This is a perfect opportunity for Mike Outlaw, because Derek Neal has been out of commission for a couple of months. There's going to be some rust there. So it's going to be a perfect opportunity for Mike Outlaw to come in and get a W. So hopefully that's what we see.
Yep. And then the last match we've got on the card here is Anakin Murphy taking on Scott Tyler, which I do want to give a shout out to Scott Tyler. He was, and I've showed a couple of his comments earlier. He was in the stream with the Anaya interview. I'm not sure if he's still here as well, but he did tune in and kind of watch Anaya's interview. We saw Scott last month at Horseman Country. He was in the pre-show match and getting his well-deserved, I guess you want to say, main event, match here against Anakin Murphy. These two guys are going to tear it up because we know what they both can do. And we talked to Anakin last week. Super excited for this match, man. This is going to be I think this is going to be a surprising and eye opener for people who don't know either one of these two wrestlers, that they're going to open some eyes, and people are going to know who Anakin Murphy and Scott Tyler are after this match. So keep an eye out for this one, guys.
Absolutely. So that does it for CSW Vendetta for November 5th.
Yep.
We've got, Dean. Dean had mentioned New Breed Wrestling earlier in the show when he asked Anaya if he'd ever wrestled. Was it New Breed that he asked about?
Yep. New Breed, okay. MBW.
Right.
Yep.
I had a senior moment there. I was like, oh shit.
Been there, done that.
But they just had a match announcement, guys, for their event on November 5th as well. Suplexing for Toys just signed after a long and drawn-out meeting with Money Mike Pettis. We have a new match for Suplexing for Toys. We will see the New Breed Wrestling TV champion Slammer take on Dirty Deeds Daniel Maxon for the New Breed Wrestling TV championship. Slammer will need all of his Slammer Maniacs in Fulton as he steps in against Private Practice's Daniel Maxon. Is Mr. Maxon going to bring home a new title to Private Practice, or will Slammer continue to prove why he's the longest TV champion in New Breed Wrestling history? Grab a hold with New Breed Wrestling. Slammer Mania running wild. Still need to work out all the kinks. I don't know if you've seen or not, but Stitchamania is in fantastic condition.
He is
he's looking great.
He's putting some time in on them treadmills and getting in shape.
Looking great.
Like it. Yeah,
I don't know, man. We just might get that dream match of Slammer Mania versus Stitch Mania. So
man,
I would book that thing in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Just let two Hulkamania fans that have completely, trying to think, not trying to say took, but are what's the word I'm looking for, Josh?
I'm not sure. Kind of just embodied Hulkamania into their character. Kind of, I think that's what you're thinking of. Yeah.
I don't want to say borrowed. I wanted to say a tribute gimmick
there you
to
go.
Hulkamania.
Yeah.
And let's let Stitchamania and Slammermania go at it, man. The battle of the maniacs.
I would love that. I would absolutely love it. But we could
sell it to pay-per-view. It could be half a star versus superstar.
Yep. Brody's in. He knows. Brody knows. Guys, as far as New Breed Wrestling, though, we saw Daniel Maxon at KCXW in person, so we know what he's all about. Slammer Mania. I've seen many Slammer matches on video. Never seen him in person, but he is an extremely entertaining character. The crowd absolutely loves him, whether or not he's wearing the red and yellow or the black and white. The crowd cheers him no matter what. I'm not sure if he changes the gimmick around heel or face or not, but the crowd cheers him no matter what. Man, this is going to be fantastic. It is, and it's for a good cause, man. Suplexing for the Toys, I believe, is the event name. And if you're in, I believe that's in Eldon, Missouri, if I'm correct. Let me pull that graphic back up here 2 seconds. Oh, they don't have it, do they? I believe it's in Eldon. Dean Houston, if you're in here, correct me. I think that's in Eldon, Missouri. Check them out, guys. Slammer against and I did not realize this until I just saw the post on their social medias that he is the longest reigning television champion in New Breed, Fulton, Missouri. Sorry, I just checked. Fulton, Missouri is where this event's happening. But he is the longest reigning TV champion in New Breed Wrestling history. So Daniel Maxon has the chance to end that streak coming up here for New Breed. So I believe that November 5th.
Go Dirty Deeds.
A lot of stuff coming up for November 5th. So
absolutely. WLW anniversary show. They're celebrating 23 years. Whew. WLW, the house that Harley Race built, his son Leland Race now runs. For those not familiar with it, they're bringing an old school buddy back, man. They've got the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Trevor Murdoch. He'll be in action at the anniversary event. His opponent will be none other than now former WLW champion. Now you've got that right. We've now got that right. Former WLW heavyweight champion, Moses the Deliverer.
Yes.
So very excited for them, man. 23 years, man. That's fucking awesome.
They started, yeah. So what was 23 years ago? What was that?
1999.
99.
Yeah.
So it was before.
99.
Yeah, it was before WCW went out of business. WLW was in existence and doing their thing. And Trevor Murdoch was one of the originals for WLW. And this is big, man, especially since Trevor is the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So I did see they posted there's another big name coming. We'll probably talk about that on the Thursday show, but this one as well. I mean, this is past versus present is what they're building this as. So past being Trevor Murdoch, who is the NWA champion, but the present of WLW is Moses, and he is tearing it up. So this is going to be a fun match. And it happens on November 5th, as well as two other events. So, but this is on the other side of the state. So in Troy, Missouri, the house that Harley Race built. So
absolutely. And then WWX, World Wrestling Express, Totally Justified in Larned, Kansas.
Larned. So we kept saying Leonard, but it's Larned.
Who told? Because I'm pretty sure we had a guy.
We did, and his name, yeah.
Who was that?
It was the Wrestle Talk, Renee. and he spelled it out Lenard. So we've been pronouncing it Lenard. But you're going to see here, we got a video from Preacher, how he pronounces it. And I'm pretty sure he would probably know how to pronounce the city name.
Well, I was going to say, we've had somebody on, we've had a wrestler on the show that was like, it's Lenard. And because I said that, and then he was like, oh, he's like, that's right. And because I remember like getting you on.
I think you're thinking of Salina.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're
right. You're right.
Anyway, here's a video from Preacher from WWX's social media accounts.
I need to speak to somebody that's in authority here. WWX boss, Hall of Fame Commissioner Tommy Snow, somebody who is in authority. It's Preacher. They have put me in a match October 28th in Larned, Kansas, the Rosewood Show. You know that show that to benefit Action Club? Yeah, they put me in. Hello? Hello? Did you hang up? She hung up on me. October 28th, Larned, Kansas. Nightmare in Larned. A show to benefit Action Club. These fools have decided to put me, Preacher, a manager, in a match with Cluck the Clown. Cluck the Clown. I'll call Cluck. If Cluck doesn't want to wrestle me, the match will be off. Hey, can I speak to Cluck? Is this Gary? Oh, it's Sheriff Larry. Yeah. You guys sound an awful lot alike there. But hey, can I speak to Cluck, Larry? Excuse me, Sheriff. Can I speak to? This is Preacher. Hello? Hello? Why is everybody hanging up on me today? Anyway, y'all have a great day. You know I do.
Germany Christmas was what he said. A classic chaseism.
You're goddamn right.
So yeah, Preacher's gonna supposedly taking on Cluck the Clown for World Wrestling Express over in Lenard. I said it wrong.
Larned,
Kansas.
Larned, Kansas. I like it. So the next thing on our list is we've got WrestleMax St. Louis presents episode 9. Unfortunately, guys, that show has been canceled due to venue scheduling conflicts. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's this is the second one with venue issues, so it sucks because that card was absolutely fucking stacked, and it just sucks, man. I don't know what the full details are, but if it's the same as what PIW had to deal with, then it's bullshit. So unfortunately, WrestleMax is canceled, but I'm sure they're going to be right back, trying to get another event going on. Hopefully, not sure when. Hopefully it'll be before the end of the year, but episode 9 for the 12th is canceled.
Absolutely.
But speaking of St. Louis events, though, we have a company called MMWA. I know that Dean Houston is familiar with them because Shylin wrestled for them a month or two ago. But on Saturday, November 12th, MMWA Pro Wrestling presents Feast of Destruction. All titles will be defended. The MMWA Tag Team Champions, Dragon Guild, Chris Exodus, and L-Ride will defend against the Junkies for Fame. the JSO and Dr. Dallas Stevens. Reserve your tables and seats ASAP as they will sell out quickly. Order online at mwapro-wrestling.ticketleap.com. So that is happening at the South Broadway Athletic Club in St. Louis, Missouri, the same company that or the same venue that Glorypro runs in every other month or every 2 months. They kind of go back and forth from the pageant to South Broadway Athletic Club. Fantastic venue, guys. And this card's on the screen. We haven't, Ashlyn Alexander is going to take on Riley Knox. We talked about the Dragons Guild against the Junkies of Fame. Andrew Wilder, Tommy Davis, and Zulu. Check out some good pro wrestling, guys. This is going to be a fantastic event. MMWA Feast of Destruction in St. Louis, Missouri.
Absolutely. And then St. Louis Anarchy Mega Ticket. They had a match announcement just recently. We're going to see Jeremy Wyatt versus Aaron Williams. Very excited to see Aaron Williams and Jeremy Wyatt square off. It's Jeremy Wyatt, so probably looking at a Jeremy Wyatt W. But you never know. You never know. But that card is pretty stacked so far. We've got Jeremy Wyatt against Aaron Williams. We've got Thomas Shire versus Craig Mitchell. We have Anakin Murphy against Anthony Henry. And then in the main event, we're going to see Gary J versus Derek Neal, part 2. So that does it for our breakdown. Hey, so guys, I don't do this, but we're at the end of the show. Josh knows that I like to go off the rails a little bit. You can always tell when I'm going off the rails because Josh will get that really worried look on his face, like, oh my God, what is happening? So for those that don't know, I run my own Facebook page, the CR Media Facebook page, Instagram, all that good stuff. I had some free ad credits from Facebook. So I put a post out. I do graphic design as a hobby, use some of those ad credits to kind of put word out there that I was, open for business as far as like any wrestlers or anybody, any small wrestling companies looking for a graphic designer, just trying to get word out there. And when people act dumb, I love to shame them in public. So this is my public forum. So I want to do that. I want to just shame somebody. So there was this guy, his name is GB Gonnet. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Anyways, he says, first, this was my thing, 20 years of recreational graphic design. If you guys are interested in any graphics, hit me up. Personal friends, of course I always do favors for everybody. But any wrestling companies or any independent wrestlers looking for any graphic designs, hit me up, slide into the DMs. I'm open for business. Anyways, short little plug there, but I want to shame this guy right here. He says, first, lose the gay logo. And I said, oh man, I'm sad you don't like my logo. What am I going to do without your approval? And then he says, well, you will lose half of your potential customers to start with. At which point I let him know that lose them. I'm confused on what he's implying. Are you implying that because my logo is rainbow colored, that other bigot pieces of shit will assume I support people no matter their life choices? Because if that's what you're implying, then great. I don't want to attract people like that. Have a great day. So just wanted to shame Mr. GB. What is it? I don't even know how to say that. But yeah. This guy with his goofy ass fucking kid holding the fucking giant wiener in his hand over his face. So fuck that guy and fuck his kid. Anyways, like I said, just wanted to, let everybody know how much of a piece of shit that guy was. So, anyways.
Agreed.
All right, cool. As long as we're in agreement.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
So, guys, future indie shows. October 29th, Cape Championship Wrestling presents Hardcore Halloween. Marco Stunt and Swaggle will be in a tag team match against each other. So go check that out. October 30th, Glorypro presents The Relentless at the South Broadway Club in St. Louis, Missouri. Definitely check that out. Then on November 4th, your boys, the I-70 Hot Tag, are going to be at United Underground Championship Wrestling presents Wild for the Night in Wichita, Kansas. Definitely check that event out if you are in the Wichita, Kansas area. I know it's a 3-hour drive for us, but we're definitely committed and grateful to be able to do it.
Shout out to Adam Pena. Shout out to Adam Pena at UUCW.
Yes, absolutely. Brian says, I love it when Chase goes off. Yeah, I try not to, but but when
he was due.
Yeah, when people do dumb shit like that, it's anyways, so November 4th, United Underground Championship Wrestling. Brody, we will let you know as soon as we know where our tickets are, where to get your ticket, so you can purchase a ticket as well. Super excited for all three of us to, go to a wrestling show together, hang out, drive, spend 9 hours together. November 5th, man, we've got 3 events that day. We've got Central States Wrestling presents Vendetta for the Fatal 4-Way match to crown the first ever CSW champion. Very, very excited about that. Plus also your boys, the I-70 Hot Tag, sponsoring the tag team match between the Howletts and Davey Vega and Brian Keith. And then New Breed Wrestling presents Suplexing for Toys in Fulton, Missouri. And then World League Wrestling presents Anniversary Show, 23 years. NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and WLW veteran Trevor Murdoch will be there. Like I said, all 3 of those events happening on November 5th. So, Josh, you wanna remind everybody who our guest is going to be next week, or not next week, but in 3 days on the I-70.
3 days, man. On October 27th, we're gonna have the big, strong boy Ethan Price on our show in 3 days. The I-70 Hot Tag. We're gonna talk about his match against Luigi Primo. We're gonna talk about his upcoming match at the Relentless against Jake Something, who was his former tag team partner, who turned on him at the last Glorypro event. Lots of good stuff for Ethan Price. And sneak peek, like we talked about on the I-70 Hot Tag, there's a potential big guest scheduled for the November 3rd. Let me make sure that date is correct. Yes, Thursday, November 3rd, I-70 Hot Tag. It is not confirmed yet, but it is in the works, guys. In the works for a potential big guest for the I-70 Hot Tag, as far as making an appearance for a local company in our area who works for a big company currently. So we will announce that as soon as we finalize it. It's very, very close. So November 3rd, we are good stuff coming, guys.
Absolutely. With that being said, guys, if you are watching on Twitch, exclamation point Discord in the chat, exclamation point CR Media in the chat, and exclamation point I-70 Hot Tag in the chat. I keep forgetting I got to do this shit on my own. I ain't got a moderator in the Twitch. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Is November 3rd when Chase has a prior engagement? I wish. But no. And when I say I wish, I mean, like, I would like to go to some Chiefs games this year. But unfortunately, I can't make it to any Chiefs games. It's my job.
Unless it's a preseason game, and then you can go.
Yeah, of course.
Can't miss those third stringers pitching no-namers to no-namers.
Absolutely. Fuck out of here, dude. Not even the right sport, Josh. There we go.
Sweet.
Stream elements coming in clutch there. All right, guys. If you guys haven't already, make sure you join the Discord. We are trying to build that thing up, build a community in there. A community of wrestling fans, sports fans, fans in general. We're always talking about, these shows, previewing these shows, what's to come, hanging out, shooting stuff. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you join the Discord. Hunter, we appreciate you.
If you lose your left testicle, is it still your right nut? That's a Ready to Rumble reference if you don't know.
I wish you wouldn't have told anybody. Hunter says, what a great show, guys. We appreciate you joining in with us.
Appreciate it, Hunter.
Brian J. Bebe, we always appreciate you joining. I think Brody's still in here. Brody, if you're still here, we appreciate you joining as well, sir. Other than that, guys, I think that's all we got tonight. Josh, you got anything else?
I don't think so, man. I appreciate you guys joining. We are at the 2-hour and 11-minute mark. Appreciate everyone for coming in and watching this amazing interview with Anaya Howlett, and then sticking around for all the local independent news. This is nuts, man. This is fun stuff.
Absolutely. It's only going to get more fun. So, absolutely, Brian J. Bebe, we love you too, man. So, guys, for myself, Chase, CR Media, for my co-host, Josh, the real Josh Elliott, not the fake one, the real one.
The real one.
Luigi Primo exiled all the fake ones for us.
Absolutely, he did.
So, for both of us, this has been another episode of the Pit Stop. We will fill you guys in. Stay tuned to the I-70 Hot Tag on social media when you can catch more episodes of the Pit Stop coming up. But as usual, stick with us on Thursday nights, the I-70 Hot Tag. And as always, fighting